Hi all, today we are going to discuss about overcurrent and unrestricted earth fault protection of transformer. So this is used for protection against external short circuits and excessive overloads, because even though the fault happens external to the transformer, sometimes the relay corresponding to that particular zone may not operate and that is going to spoil our transformer. So this is used for protection of the transformer against the external faults when the relay in that particular zone is not operating. In that case, to protect the transformer, this is used. So let us see how this will be connected. So let us see the case that our transformer is connected in star connection, then how it will be there, and delta connection, how it will be there. So both cases the winding connection will be similar. So this is my winding. So let us take the example of a star connected transformer. So star connected with the neutral is grounded. So this is connected to the external circuit. So this is my transformer winding, that the winding is in the secondary side of the transformer. So please remember this one. So now the CTs will be connected like this. 3 CTs will be used and 3 CTs are connected like this. Getting this? So as they are overcurrent type, so they are connected in series with this one. So in series with the respective windings, the coils will be connected. So here there will be one overload current or overcurrent relay, or here there will be one more overcurrent relay and there is one more overcurrent relay. So along with these relays, so one more relay will be connected here. So this relay is used for protection of against the earth fault. So this will be connected like this. So these relays are the overcurrent relays and this is the earth fault relay. So because for the case of earth fault also, this will detect for the external faults. So this is connected to the overcurrent relays and this is earth fault relays. The common point is connected together. So before proceeding further, so let us see the case, because generally this point will be grounded. So I forgot to mention it. So this is grounded like this. Getting this one? So let us proceed further. So in the case of delta connection, so this will be connected like this. So this is my winding. So end of R phase is connected to the Y phase, end of Y phase is connected to B phase and end of B phase is connected to R phase, because these are my terminals that are going out. The dot notation what you take, so this will be the dot notation that indicates this direction the current will come out. So this is delta connected winding. So in this case also the connection will be similar to what is drawn in the above. So these 3 windings are there. So these 3 windings will be connected in star. So this will be connected like this. This will be connected here and this point will be earth. This point is earth and these 3 things, these are connected to the overcurrent relays. So again same thing. There is one more overcurrent relay and here also. So this entire set, so this contains, this is the overcurrent relay. So generally this overcurrent relay, the setting will be made between 50% to 200% setting will be used. So now these common points wherever these are connected together, so this will be connected to another relay. So this relay is the earth fault relay. So this earth fault relay setting will be made between 20 to 80% of the setting. So this will be connected to this one or connected back to ground. So this way the connection will be made. So let us see how the working will be there. So let us take, for example, I am taking the transmission line. So this is my transmission line. So there is some fault happened between the phases. So let us take the case of some phase fault that is happened in the external circuit. Some phase fault has happened here. So whenever the phase fault has happened here, the current in this relay is also affected. And this current that is coming to this phase, that will return back through this, because whenever the fault happens anywhere, that fault current can be resolved into 2 components. One is the positive sequence component negative sequence component and zero sequence component. Because the positive and negative sequence components, the currents are displaced by 120 degrees. So if you take the instantaneous value of the current of all the three phases, the instantaneous current will always be equal to 0 because they are displaced by 120 degrees. So phasor sum will be equal to 0. Whereas if the fault is associated with the ground, in that case one more extra component comes, that is called as a zero sequence component. So zero sequence components will be in phase with each other, so the sum will not be equal to 0. That is the basic working principle that is used here. So whenever the phase fault happens, only the positive and negative sequence components will be there. So these relays, because these are the relay is connected in series with this, the current is affected in the respective coils. So this overcurrent relays will operate. So this overcurrent relays operates. Getting this one? So overcurrent relays of these two phases may operate, or one of them will operate, and generally these are designed to be of IDMT type. The reason for going for the IDMT type is to provide the delay. Because the purpose of this protection is, if in the respective zone or in the transmission line, if the zonal protection is not working, then in order to avoid the spoiling of your transformer, this is provided as a backup protection. So that's why this should operate only if that respective zonal relay or relay connected in that zone is not operating. That's why this will be of IDMT type. So same thing is the case for this one also. So both will be of IDMT type. So now let us take the case of some fault happening with respect to the phase. So let us take, for example, there is some fault here. So whenever the ground fault happens, in the case of ground fault, so along with the positive negative, so this will involve the positive negative and zero sequence components will also be involved. So positive, negative and zero sequence component, because all these three coils are connected together, positive and negative sequence component, the sum will be equal to 0. So only zero sequence component will pass through this earth fault relay. That means only if the fault is associated with the ground, then only the zero sequence component will be there, and that component will pass through your earth fault relay. So your earth fault relay will operate. So whenever the fault is related to ground, it should be immediately disconnected, even though the magnitude is less, because earth leakage it should be protected. So that's why the relay setting for the earth fault relay is generally provided between 20% to 80%, whereas the overcurrent relay is set up between 50% to 200% depending on how much load you want to provide, because generally up to 110%, 115% it should not operate. So accordingly you can keep the setting in this range. That means you can keep either 150%, 175%, 200% depending on what is the value for which it should be protected. So it is called as unrestricted, because unrestricted earth fault protection, because this will operate for the earth fault protection whether it is happening within the zone, that means whether it is happening within the zone of the transformer or it is happening somewhere in the line that is connected to the transformer, is not detected by this relay. So that's why this is called as unrestricted earth fault protection. So if you want to protect only for the earth faults that are coming inside the transformer, then we go for the restricted earth fault protection scheme, because particularly when the faults happens inside a transformer, because like for example the winding insulation has failed and the leakage current is passing between the winding to your core. Because of the insulation is there, the leakage current will be very small, but that will cause a severe effect if it is not properly detected. So in that case we have to detect only fault that is coming inside the transformer. We should not detect the fault that is coming outside the transformer. So in that case we have to restrict to a specific zone for which your relay should operate. That is called as a restricted earth fault relay. So that relay we are going to see in the next class. I hope this unrestricted earth fault relay is completely clear to you. If you still have any queries, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. I will answer to your queries from there. And before proceeding, I want to tell one more thing. So here, instead of providing this earth fault relay here, if the neutral point is available, even we can connect here also. If the neutral point is available, we can even connect here. So please remember that one. So thank you very much.